Okay.
TOP FM.
All righty, Mr. Joman, it is my absolute pleasure to have you today on Top FM 105.3. Our show, I beg to differ. We got a student not live with us. Um, so I want to say welcome once again to I beg to differ. Like I told you prior to the show, that we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, our station, and on our website, www.topfmliberia.com. So, once again, we want to welcome you. Our tradition, like I told you prior to the show, we'll go around and we introduce ourselves, and then we come to you, and then you tell us why you're here. And then after that, we'll then go around and ask you a question. Okay, I got an echo. Is that okay? I got an echo. Is that all right? Can you mute? Okay, there you go. Studio. Thank you. So, it's just the studio and myself. So I'm gonna start with myself. My name is Archie Wright. I'm going to be your host for the night, and it's good having you. And let me go to the studio so that Mr. Alex can introduce himself to you, and then we're gonna come back to you, Mr. Alex.
Yeah, so let me say good evening to you, Mr. Wright, and good evening to our guests. So my name is Alexander Duewulu. I'm there. So let me say you are highly welcome to the platform.
Thank you, Mr. Wulu. I want to welcome our Mr. Ernest Sherman that's just joining us. I want to welcome our Mr. Following for Mosa, Switzerland. Following for Mosa. I mean, is that one of your people?
Yes, yes,
I know the big guy
yes,
your organization name there. So okay.
yes, he's the founder and CEO.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, Mr. CEO, welcome to the show. Thanks for being part of us. Well, now we'll come to you, Mr. Joman Jala. Tell us why you are here. Who is Mr. Joman Jala? Why he's here, and what organization does he represent, and what do they do? It's up to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm Joma Jara. I'm the executive director from Moxa Foundation, making our children safe again. And I'm here to tell you about what we do in Liberia and where we operate in Liberia and what we intend doing in future. So basically, I'm here to tell you about us and tell your listening audience about Moxa.
Okay. Great. So let's break the name down. What is MOSA?
So MOXA is the acronym for Making Our Children Safe Again. So that's why we just say MOXA Foundation. Okay. Safe again. Yes.
Right. So let's start with MOSA. When was MOSA established, and what does it do? And which area do you now operate in Liberia?
So first of all, before I begin, I want to tell you thank you for following us the opportunity to be on your platform, to be able to tell Liberia and the rest of the listening audience about MOXA. So MOXA was initially funded in 2017, and then we began fully registered in 2019. So right now, as we speak to you, we are our head office in Duazon, Magibi County. And then we operate a station clinic, which is a 24-hour clinic, and also a pharmacy that opens 24 hours. So, but my main focus tonight, I will be basically talking about our mobile clinic. So that will be our main focus. So, Moxa run a mobile outreach clinic, in 4 counties as of now. So we have our presence in the Magibi County where we have our office. And then we also have some intervention in Bombing, in Macerado, and in Grand Bassa. So what do we do on our outreaches? We treat our primary health care. We provide primary health care. We do clinical consultation. We do malaria testing and treatment. We do laboratory services. We also provide maternal and child health care services. We also provide health education. We do family planning counseling. We do preventive health services. We provide basic medication to underserved community. We do referral for specialized cases, and we also do mobile community outreaches. So what our main focus at Moxa is, we believe that having access to quality health isn't a privilege but a right. So that's why we say making our children safe again. And our motto is every children deserve a future. So we want to bridge a gap where people lack access to primary healthcare services, especially to rural places in Liberia. Even take, for instance, like just rural Macerado County, like you just go outside Macerado a little bit, you will see people struggling to have access to just common in the malaria treatment, other common illness that could be easily prevented. So those are some of the things. So before I go any further, I just want to tell you a short story. In February, when we visited a time in the coffee farm. So our Lily told us that sometimes they work 1 hour 30 minutes when they are in pain, that we call it in Liberia English, to deliver. So they work medical attention. Hello?
Yeah, you were kind of a little started, but you're back now. We can hear you.
Hello? They even experience people giving birth along the way. So those are some of the things we intend to solve at Moxa. So our main aim is to take the clinic to the doorstep of people that are underprivileged, mainly in undeserved communities.
Excellent. Well, first of all, I got to come out of the gate and tell you, bravo to you, Mr. Sherman, and every one of you guys that are part of Moxa, making our children safe again. Absolutely. Yeah. I think you guys are on a path to healthcare revolution in Liberia, because such a service has never been delivered to our people, especially those in the rural area, like you said. And so people listening to us across the country, in the rural area right now, what can they do to have Moxa show up in the town or the village?
Thank you very much. And those are serious questions we always have. People ask, what can we do to have her in your place? So basically, we don't. What we expect for the town, one is cooperation. 2 is the willingness to accept the services that we provide. 3 is to be able to mobilize the people that are going to be beneficiaries of the program, because we don't want to drive from Morovia, let's say drive 1 hour 30 minutes or maybe 45 minutes. We come to your place and we just meet 3 to 4 person. That would not encourage us to come back maybe another time. So we ask for the full cooperation of the community or the village or the town we want to serve, in consultation with your community leadership, that is the town chief, the elders. So when you have that set up, then what we do is that we set a team that will come and do the mobilization, the negotiation between the community leader and Moxa, and do awareness for 2 to 3 days. to sensitize the people that, oh, there's an organization called MOXA will be coming here on XYZ date to be able to provide basic medical service for our people. So those are the steps. So at times, sometimes we select our own location. At times, people reach out to us when the demand is high, then we take that into consideration. So what you need to do is just reach out to us. We got our website, and then our Facebook page is active. We got our LinkedIn page is active. So you reach out to us, and then we'll be able to have this negotiation behind closed door and send people to there to do the inspection, and then we can be able to come up to you.
Okay. Alex, you got any question for Mr. Jala?
Yeah, so I have about 2 questions. So one of the things I want to know is do Mozart operate with government or maybe law enforcement agency? Like if cases involving children, do you guys work with law enforcement agencies in order to see about the
Yes.
children safety?
First of all, like I told you, we are duly registered, and we have a sectoral clearance of the sector for which we operate.
In
So
France,
when you getting me? Hello, you getting me?
yeah, yes, okay.
So I was saying, first of
It's
all, we are
okay,
a
I'm getting
duly
you.
registered. Okay, thank you.
So I
So
was
we are a
saying,
duly
first of all, we
registered.
are a duly registered. Okay, thank
I
you.
think you have to mute
So we
because
are
I
a
hear
duly
myself.
registered. I think you have to.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, we are a duly registered organization, and we have a sectoral clearance for the sector in which we operate. And when we are dealing with children and we come across those cases, we register it to the nearest police station. So we have contact with the law enforcement agency through the Ministry of Justice, and also we have some contact with the Ministry of Health. Also, we got some contact with the Ministry of Gender, and these are our collaborating partners. So sometimes we work close with them so that we come across cases that we cannot handle, maybe that will require law enforcement agency. We try to get the law enforcement agency involved.
So my next question for now would be if there's any challenges you guys encountered, maybe if you are making an effort to make children safe, if there's any challenges you guys are encountering with?
Yes, there are series of challenges, and our big
Yes, there
challenge,
are series of challenges.
and our bigger challenge is the access to road. You know, mind you, we want to go outside Montserrat to rural places, and you know our road condition, especially the rainy season, and that has been one of our bigger challenge. And we used to have like 3 vehicles, all were Land Cruisers, but because of the same deplorable road condition, we have to that only want to operate here as we stand. So that is one of our bigger challenge, access to road. So we are hoping that when our road improve, we'll be able to extend to a larger population. That is one of our bigger challenge. You know that, and the other challenge will be maybe logistic issue and other issue.
Alex, you can go ahead. Actually, I'm trying to pull his website up. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. Let me come in. So on your website, which I'm about to pull up here right now, because I want to give the people a visual of what you guys do. I'll look up the website, and I'm very impressed today. So let me put it up on the screen so that you can explain to us some of the numbers that we're looking at there. It's coming up right here. We should have it now. There you go. Okay. So, all right, there you go. Talk to us about the numbers on the right-hand side of the page there. What are we looking at? You have 4,035 patient treated. What does that mean?
So that's just to give you a clear picture. Since we started operating, those are direct beneficiary that we have managed to treat since the inception of our organization. And just mind you, just this year alone, during the first and the second quarter, we treated about 1,027 patients just the first and second quarter. So the number could be more than that, but because it is number, so we don't want to uh, do it to exaggerate the figure, but those are beneficial. We are even treated more than that. Yes. So those are people that are directly benefit. That is, we tested you, maybe you came positive with malaria, and we provide the primary drugs that would treat malaria. Maybe you came down with hypertension, maybe you have sore, you have cold. So all those primary illness that people do suffer from. So those are direct beneficiary that we met in the field. We provided medical services for.
Okay, great. So let go down. Let do a little bit of digging into your staff, the people that you got on your staff that is doing all this great treatment, and this huge number of people that you have seen. Because 4,035, that's not a small number. That's a big number. Are you working along with doctors and qualified nurses on your team, or do you partner with another organization? Are these people employed with MOCSA, and you go around the country and you administer the treatment? How does it work?
So first of all, at MOCSA, I have 22 staff. I have 22 staff that work with me at MOCSA, and reaching for logistic officer to administrator to finance officer, and I have 9 nurses, and I have 2 doctors. So I have the doctors for the pharmacy, and I have the doctor for the clinic. So he's our covering doctor. So those are the people that go with me on the field. Like I told you, I have a station clinic that I run in Magibi County. So we have those nurses on a shift basis. So we have the outreach team organized. We plan it and then select the nurses that will go on the field to be able to provide those treatments. So altogether, I'm working with 22 individuals that are with me full time. So when they are not at the clinic, they are in the field. When they are not at the field, they are at the clinic.
Okay, well, sounds great. So you have your own doctors within MOCSA. So you're not working with people outside of MOCSA, which is great. That means you got a very, very competent staff. Now, before I go to my producer in the studio, Alex Wulu, I see you have on your website here, it said, care that meets people where they are. This is a powerful statement.
Yes.
So people don't have to go in the hospital and go spend 4 or 5 hours there sitting. You know what I mean? You go to where they are and you meet them there and you administer the treatment there. This is powerful, Mr. Jala. Very powerful. I am already jealous now. I have my hometown called Zaytown in Grand Junction County. I'm thinking, how do I get you there? Because you got your own doctor, you got your nurses.
So,
yeah, go ahead,
we can discuss that off the we can discuss that off the show. Maybe we can do that negotiation and see how best we can get right. Yes.
We got to discuss it. We got to discuss it. What? MOCSA got to show up in Zaytown. MOCSA has to show up in Zaytown. It got to be. There's no negotiation about it.
That won't be a problem. That won't be a problem for us. Yes.
Good.
And just to add to what you just said, and a guy reached out to me, so he wanted for us to do some intervention in the Bapolu and Lofa County. So he run an organization in Moravia. So he wanted us to partner because I was telling him, hey, I won't be able to be present to every county at the moment because take for instance, it will require logistics and other stuff. But if we can be able to partner with me, then we can be able to have this intervention to reach broader beneficiary than what we have done. So we have that plan already. We have crafted a concept note, and then everything is set. So by as soon the rainy season elapses, we will be having intervention in Babulu and Lofa.
Okay.
So we
That's
tend to
Uh-huh.
treat 2,000 direct beneficiary women, girls, and children.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, your man Shimon
So
in the comment section is saying it's very easy to get to my hometown. That's very good. Shimon says it's very
it's
easy to
very
get to my
easy.
hometown. Okay, Mr. CEO, that's very
It's
good.
very easy.
Okay. Alex, any question? Any comment question?
Yeah, so thank you. Let me say thanks you to Mr. Jara. One of the things here tonight is I want to find out from you is right now as we speak, we are in the rainy season, and at this time you experience a lot of malaria in children. Uh, you have your organization, and moreover, it's not only in the Liberia, we have people in the rural area that experience all of these things that you're talking about. What have you doing in this rainy season? At least trying your best to reach out. What are you? Do you have any plan to reach out to all of the other counties?
Yes, so Musa is
Musa
so
is
our plan is not
so
just to
our plan
limit
is not
Musa
just
to
to limit Musa
Moxorado.
to Moxorado.
Okay.
I hear myself.
I hear myself.
So okay, thank you. So our plan is not just to limit Moxa to Moxorado. Like I told you, we are working currently in 4 counties. We want to extend to other part of Liberia, but then it will take us whole lot of things, and then so we want to take it one step at a time. So as we are advancing, as the year goes by, we will try to reach other places. But normally, mind you, during the rainy season, we try to limit operation to 5 places because number one thing that I told you initially is the road condition during the rainy season become very deplorable. And I don't want to risk all of my vehicle, and then at the end of the day, I come back to Morphe, I have to take time to get them together. So what we do is during the dry season, we visit our communities or town and villages. Then during the rainy season, we do follow up. So this is a time where we go, we have community meeting, town hall meeting, meet with the elders, meet with the beneficiary, even people that were not beneficiary of the program. We try to gather feedback. So that feedback, we take it back to our head office, got the team, got
Okay, Mr. Jara's connection. Bear with us, people, that Liberia, okay? You know, and it's raining too now. So connection will be static at times. We're hoping to get Mr. Jala back.
the team sit down and then discuss it. We get our lesson learned from it. We get
All right, folks. Y'all know Jala is on the show now. Y'all don't be calling Jala. Y'all can see the man.
whatever. I don't know. This is not real. The person keep calling. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. So the reason is when we do our feedback like M&E, so we go back to those time villages that we visited, and then
Hey,
this
this
person
person.
is killing me. No, I keep saying the call. The person just keep calling. So as I was saying, so during the rainy season, we don't normally do many outreaches because of the deplorable road condition in our country. So we intend to visit a previous outreach location that we visited during the dry season. to be able to meet with our beneficiary, even to discussion with them. So in that we'll be able to gather feedback and then plan for future outreaches.
Okay, great. Okay, your other question, Alex, go ahead. I'm about to jump into that right now. right now.
Yeah, so you were coming a bit, Mr. Wright, but just want to get this clear. Like you speaking to now, there are a lot of parents listening, and maybe they will want to know with all of these services you guys are providing, whether there's a fee will be attached to it, or is there a free service to a community. Can you talk about that?
So thank you for that. So thank you for that beautiful question. So what we do at the moment, and I'm hearing myself. Okay, thank you. So what we do at the moment is that we do fee for service. We do fee for service. So it's just at the minimum rate. So we look at the community, we say, hey, you have to pay 500 to register. Because at first we used to do it totally free, but in our librarian setting, people don't own responsibility to things that they don't have contribution to. So since we want the community to form part of what we do what we say registration fee. So sometimes when you pay like 500, even 150, so when we did maxing with you will say, hey, I think I pay 150 towards there. I can just leave it. So I'll have to take it, in our librarian setting, they say, my man, I pay money for the thing, I have to swallow it. But unlike you give them the maxing, you leave. Sometimes, when the illness is maybe reduced to just say 20, 30%, they won't take it anymore. So we met with some people in the health sector. They said, no, you guys have to attach certain fee to this so the community can own ownership of what you do. So that's what we do. But if you want to come to your community, it depends on negotiation between you and us, because we want to make sure that this program impact the life of the people we serve. So we don't just want to come to a place and leave, then there's no impact. So that's why one good thing we do is that we work along with the community health worker, the county health team. So we meet with them, we say, tell them, hey, we want to have an intervention in so and so place. But since this is a nearby clinic or health facility, we try to bring them up, because mind you, one of the bigger problems of Liberia is sustainability. So sometimes people do this program and when they leave, there's no impact. There's no visibility as to whether these community, these organizations were in this community. So we try to get the health worker of the community involved. We teach them what to do. So like for instance, the way the rainy season is at a peak right now, and we are not able to reach those communities. Sometimes we just send communication to those health workers in those communities, so that we have to provide some logistics for them. We provide, and they can do the outreach with Moxa being present, not physically, but through Moxa, they can be able to do follow-up of patients that we treated and give us feedback of their recovery and other stuff. So yes, we have to pay something to get a service, because we want you to own ownership. We want you to own part of what we do. You say, hey, this is Moxa. I register 500. I will make sure I swallow all the malaria tablet. So that's what we do.
Okay, Ellie, you got a follow up? Okay, great. So let me follow up on your question, Ellie. That's a great question you asked. Look, I think we clearly understand that, the only time people take things seriously is that when they got a skin in the game, when they're paying towards it, then they take it seriously. So let me ask a typical question. I'm looking at your donation page. I see you have different amounts here. Does these amounts correlate with the type of treatment that people get? For example, if I were to give you, for example, $100, and I said, man, Mr. Jala, can you show up in Zaita? How many people you guys will be able to treat out of that $100? That's an example.
Like $100 will treat a lot of people because when you change $100 to our present rate, because mind you, sometimes we go to places because we charge according to the condition of the community. I don't want to look down on people because our meat targets undeserved community. So places like that, we charge maybe 500 per person or maybe 400 per person. So that is just ownership of that. So you pay that, you just tell the number of people. So you're not basically paying for the medication for the food dose, but you just register you to own, how you call it, ownership to what we do. So when you pay that to us and we want to purchase certain amount of medicine, then we can be able to serve the number of people that we can serve according to our result from our lab. Because now you will do lab to confirm those cases before we provide medication for it.
Oh, got you. So just for
So,
clarity.
so your $100 could save a lot of people.
Okay. So when you go into a town, what do you do first, Jala? Do you do testing first, or do you go there and say, let me look at the record already in the town from the local healthcare center? Is that what you do, or do you run your own test to know who is carrying malaria, or who is carrying bad headache, or who got sore on a foot, or who hasn't been eating, or yellow jaundice, all this thing? What is it that you do when you come into a town?
So thank you. So when we get into our town, the first thing we do is that we have a meeting. That's the first thing. So step by step, we have a meeting with the town chief, the elders, and then we inform them of what we want to do. From there, we have a whole process. So we set up a mini clinic, because so rather we have a registration desk where you go and register, and we give you a card, and also we have a card for you. So after that, you go to screening. So you go to a nurse or doctor and explain what you have been experiencing. So maybe you've been experiencing chronic cold in the joint, in the neck, or maybe you feel weak at night, your joint are all weak. So based on that information, the nurse of the doctor will have to order a necessary procedure for you. So they may either send you to the lab to confirm what you're saying, whether they are true or not. So when they send you to the lab, you go and your lab is done where you confirm that you got malaria. They will provide you. We sent you to the pharmacy, because we set up a mini pharmacy there, and you go there with a card with all the prescription on it as to the drugs they have to give you. You go there, you get a drug. Yes, we do testing, and we do our own laboratory testing to confirm what the patient is telling us.
All right, excellent. Like I told you, Mr. Jala, we do have a very large panel pool. One of our panelists just joined us, Mr. George H. Nubo. Believe it or not, today is his birthday. He's a happy man. And we're glad to have him on show today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, that's right. So, Mr. George H. Nubo, please introduce yourself to our guests, and we'll pick it up from there.
I'm George Numbo from the Perspective, and I live here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm one of the panelists on this show. I'm glad to meet you. It's good that you are here, and I hope this will not be your last appearance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
sir.
George H. Nubo. And once again, on behalf of your team and everybody here at Top FM, we say happy birthday and many, many more birthday to come. Yes. So we're looking at a very impressive, numbers on our screen right now. 4,035 patients treated. First, you said mobile clinics, and then you have 28 communities visited. Out of that, you have conducted 1,798 tests in 5 different counties. So let's start with the counties. Which one of the counties that you are in now, Mr. Jala?
So basically, for now, we are operating in the 4 counties. We used to have some intervention in Bon County. Yes, we did some intervention. So we see the 5 counties because we did some intervention in Bon County. So we are in Margibi where we have our office. We are in Mosorado. We are in Bomé, and we are in Grand Bassa. Yes.
Okay, great. I want to hold it right there. And Mr. Nubo, MOSCA stands for make our children safe again, safe through quality health care and preventative care. What to do is that instead of you going to the hospital now, they have the mobile clinic, as you see there on the screen, and they meet you to where you are. In your village, in your town, in your city, they come there and he was explaining the process, what to do once they come into your locality. They run a test, they send it to the lab confirms it, and then they begin to administer the test to you. They do have the in-house doctors, they have their own nurses. So these guys are well equipped and prepared. And you can see the numbers, a very impressive number, 4,035 patients treated in 28 communities. Mr. Jala, I hope we still have you. Okay, good. And
Yeah,
they have
man.
run almost 2,000 tests in 5 different counties. That is a great number if you ask me. So
What is the name? What is the name of the organization?
MOSCA.
So we are Moxa make
MO.
Hold on.
How is it spelled?
You see it. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
our children safe again.
Yeah. Do you see the screen, Mr. Nuba?
Okay. I don't see the brief. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the website is right there on the screen. You look on the top.
MCCSA.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Foundation.net. And then you'll be able to get all the information on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, according to what I'm seeing, it looked great. Are you related to George Joma S. Jala?
Sorry that I laugh. You know, I do receive that question. I know Clandestine. No, for the record, I'm not related to him. I know him to be a judge in Liberia, but I haven't met him, and I'm not related to him. Not that I know of. Yeah.
Okay. And how long you have been operating in Liberia? How long? I don't know. Do you hear me? Archie, do you hear me?
I do. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if Mr.
many-
Jala is hearing you.
Oh, okay. I'm asking how long you have been in Liberia and how many counties are you currently operating in?
So, like I said, we are operating in 4 counties with Bon County, Lower Bon, making it 5. So our office is in Margibi in Tuason. That's 1 county. We operating in Margibi, and then we operating in Mosorado. We also have some intervention in Bomé, Grand Bassa. Yeah, so that making 5 counties in total.
Oh, okay. I think it's still 4 counties. You say in Bon,
Yeah, 4
you
counties.
operate in Bon and Lower Bon. So that's one county. There.
No, we have some intervention in Lower Bon.
Okay.
No, Bon is the county that making it fast. So Mangibi, Mosurado, Grand Basso, Bomi, and Bon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I
It will cover the whole Liberia, but it will take one step at it. Yeah.
okay. And your website is MCC.
No, it's MOCA Moxa Foundation.net. So you just put the Moxa and the foundation
okay.
together here .net.
MOC.
CA Foundation, then .net. So you get right into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Jala, let's look at it, the photo right now that's up. What are you guys doing here? Explain the photo to us, please.
So the boxes you see there, the boxes that contain the medication. So when we arrive, we try to offload the medication and then set up the clinic. Yeah, so those are the medication. As you can see in the picture, you can identify some medication boxes. So that is the medication. One, the space is provided by the time or the village. Say this is where you guys will be. We try to offload and then set up the clinic from registration to screening, from screening to lab, from lab to the pharmacy.
Okay. So this will be your first setup when you come to a town.
Yes, that will be our first setup.
Your first setup, okay. All right, great. Oh, I see you got one of your guys are talking to the old
So
man.
that is our CEO talking to this old lady who came. Yes.
This is Mr. Sherman
to get the treatment at that time, but then she wanted to have a conversation with him. So he was just telling her about something we do, and she was impressed, Yeah.
Okay.
So this is somewhere around Bomi. This is in Bomi County. Yeah,
yeah. You're running a test here on somebody pressure. Okay, and I just wanted to show the picture so that people can see what you guys do.
What you show in the picture, I just thought to say this. We also do a vaccination. So we do vaccination, especially the HPV vaccine. Some part of last year, the Ministry of Health launched an HPV vaccine. It's a vaccine that prevents women against breast cancer. So we were also doing that. We have that on our program. Whenever the time comes and the Ministry of Health made the vaccine available, we take it to the outreach and also give it to women and girls. So it's from the age of, I'll be exact with the age from between 9 to 18 years. So it prevents women against breast cancer. So we also do that when we go on the outreach, provide vaccination, prevention for kids. Yeah, so this is what I'm telling you. So you can see the medication on the table. So this particular portion is the pharmacy. So when you come here with the medication sheet, the dispenser look at the sheet, and then put together the medication that have been prescribed by the nurse, and then put it in a plastic, do the prescription only with the marker, and then give it to you, and then you are good to go.
Right. Okay, that's good. So we got 14 minutes to go to the line. I know you're going to got 1 hour and a half of us, so we'll go to the line. But before we do that, you have a donation page. Explain that page because you have different types of amounts on there. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to start with you with $25, my donation to you. But explain that. How should people go about donating to you? Because your costs, not whatever. I'm sorry, I know what you do now. What
So,
you are doing
right
is
now you can
free.
donate. Yes.
Explain, please. How can somebody help?
So you can donate because we can donate through our account number. We have a bank account number there. So we are trying to encrypt the mobile money number there, but we wrote a Lone Star and Orange to be able to have our, because there's certain what the article use for it may not be exact where you can just do automated payment. So we're trying to do that, but we have our bank account number there in which you can do the donation from now. So maybe probably by the end of this month we have the mobile money number that we can donate to SendWave and other stuff. So
Yeah,
you can right
I'll
now.
tell you one thing, Mr. Jala. I prefer that method. I think you guys need to really, really speed up with that. Through the send
Yes.
wave.
Yeah.
Because the banking you're talking about, I'll have to pull my banking information there, and I'm not comfortable doing that.
Okay, then so what we'll do that, and then I can say we have a mobile money detail there. I can forward it to you after the show. That it register in the organization name, but we cannot upload here because we're
Sure.
by the web developer that I home to. So we have that to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Oh, can I come in, please?
Sure, Mr. Nuba, coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at the organization here. Um, I see that the organization biggest weakness is financial transparency. I have not located a publicly accessible comprehensive financial report or independently audited financial statement for Moxa, Liberia. Number two, the claims. Even the website claims, somewhere on the website claims that no, they are in all 15 counties. And the number of patients treated, no, I think those are exaggerated. Um, uh, and the website itself shows signs of incomplete institutional documentation. And number four, leadership history isn't explained clearly. Number five, board oversight needs to be more visible. I can go on and on, but these are some of the observations. Uh, can you address these for me, please, or for the
Yes,
audience?
I can. Yes, I can. I can. So what I mean is that we initially have had our website that was functional. So we just built it this month, and like I was telling, I was saying just previously that we have not been able to complete the full website because it's still in process. So we have an audited financial report in which we are to upload here. We also have a couple of documents that the 2025 annual report. We have it. We need to upload here. So the website is ongoing. So we transition for another web host to a new whole brand new one. So this website we just building it, and then we started this month. So by the end of this month, we should complete everything where you will have access to every information you're talking about. And for the numbers, we've been operating since 2019. So
Okay.
yes, 2019. So just this year alone, during the first and the second quarter, we are managed to serve 1,020 plus patients. That's the direct beneficiary. In the first quarter was 524. In the second quarter was 409. So those are real number we gather from the fees. So it's not something we're trying to exaggerate. Like I told you, the website is still undergoing some maintenance issue. So we can take some of the issue you raised as concern, then we can be able to forward it to our web developer. Because the guy we had, he already giving us problems. Sometimes he will not do our stuff on time. So we transition for another host to a new host. That's why you see most of our information isn't available on the website. But we try to make it available for the importance of the program to tell you what we do. As time go by, you will begin to access this information.
Okay. So, sorry I came late. So
Yes, go ahead.
the services you provide, are they free, or I have to say no, go say no palm wine no, before I come no, for treatment?
So thank you. Like I said previously, I will repeat. So we do fee for service because we want the community to ownership to the program, but it's not at the cost as to what you pay to the clinic or the health facility. So what we normally do is that we go to our community, we charge. So the highest we have charged since the program is from 700 downward. So some community we charge 400 for registration and we provide the full dose. Some community 300, some we do it free depending on the way we see the person. Because when we started in 2019, we used to do free services, but we noticed from our feedback from the community, people will not only ownership to the program. Sometimes they turn to stigmatize what we do. Sometimes they ask in our Liberian English, why kind of thing they put here? I would not corona and Ebola, you know. So we went back to our drawing board. We said, what can we do for the people to have trust in what we do? So we try to have a little fee attached to it so they get ownership to it. Since we did that, and we are now been getting no negative feedback as to people rejecting what we're doing, people not owning ownership to what we're providing. So that's what we do. So if you want to go to your community or people reach out to us to go to their community, depending on the condition of the community, we decide to do it free of $50 for registration and then provide a necessary medication. Yes, and that's fee in our laboratory, and that's fee. So we do fee for service.
Okay. That is, let's say I pay for my registration, $500 or $700 Liberian dollars.
Okay.
After that, any treatment I get is a free.
Absolutely free. So when you are diagnosed, because when you pay that money for registration, we register you, you go to the nurse, they screen you, you do lab and all. With that same money you pay, we provide you. If you are diagnosed of malaria, we'll give you the full dose. So even if you have to take injection, maybe it's too crowded. If you are not eating, we'll make sure that you get something to eat and we'll give you injection, everything. So that's what we do. So it's just us, just encouraging the community to have to ownership to what we do.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just at a flat rate, so it doesn't have restriction.
So what is your plan by the end of 2027?
So we got series of program that we want to add to what we do because currently we only doing primary healthcare service that is treating malaria and other common illness. So we intend to add 3 different components to our program, and we are in close to negotiation with relevant authority that regulate the sector. So one of the meetings we want to add is the SGBV component. So at our station clinic, we are erecting a one-stop center for SGBV victims. So when we identify you, maybe doing our outreach, we'll be able to take you there, have you there, treat you, counsel you, and then until you can be reintegrated into society. That's one. The another thing we intend to add is the HIV/AIDS component. When we look at the 2025 report, Mosorado, Magibie, and Grand Basso alone account for 70% of our HIV burden, and those are countries of which we operate in. So we thought it was to have the HIV component in our program. So where we do testing at our station clinic, we provide prevention material counseling. Also, we want to add it to the outreach component. So sometimes we go to outreach, we'll be able to do HIV and AIDS awareness. People that want to be tested will be able to test them. And HIV, like I was told by my doctor, that 2 results will come. Either you positive or you negative. And when you are positive, we want to make sure that we reduce stigmatization. We want to make sure we provide some necessary medication. If not, do a referral to a safe place where you will feel safe and also be taken care of. If you are negative, we provide some prevention material for you. And that's another thing we want to add. And another thing, again, we trying to add is the at-risk youth. Because according to UNICEF report, 25% of Liberian population are between the age of 15 to 25. So that's a huge youth population in Liberia. And we noticed that most of our brother people like my age fall into addiction. So going out in the field and you see those kind of people and we don't have something to benefit them on our program. So I met that Zia, I think he was on your program. We have some conversation and he asked me to present on what we wanted to do. I did a short presentation in your office and then refer me to the mental health department because they have a whole rebrand. Thank to Dr. Zia. He do a very great job. And then we did our presentation, but then they told us that we needed guardians because at Moxa, we don't just rush to implement program. We want to make sure that we follow every necessary regulation and guidance so that we won't meet embarrassment or maybe inconvenience on the fee. So they told us, hey, you guys need to go by and restructure this. What you want to do? What are you the one that will be doing rehabilitation, or you will partner directly with rehab center? Maybe you'll be providing the necessary support till the person graduate. So those are the documents we are putting together. Hopefully next year we intend to maybe one step at a time. But right now it's the SGBV we are rolling because we met with the Ministry of Justice because we have to get police involved in those kind of cases. We met with the Ministry of Gender. And by the way, we have a very good relationship with the Ministry of Gender. And just a couple of months back, I think you came across a little girl that got burned, her finger was burned by her stepmother. So the Ministry of Gender took her to our clinic and we provided some treatment. And we have been doing that over the years. So we do that also. So those are some of the things we intend doing in 2027. If everything works and we have the necessary sectoral clearance for all those programs, we want to add it to what we do.
Okay, thank you. Actually, are we ready to go to the line?
Yes, let's go to the line because we'll come back. I want to have him.
But one thing I didn't understand, I think you talk about LGBT and
no SGBV, sexual and gender-based violence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understood that. Because you said bringing them into the society, back into the society. So, yeah. So actually, I think we can now go to the line.
All right. Mr. Wulu, are you there? The time is 10:30 there in Liberia. Okay, let's take it to the line and then we'll come back and have Mr. Jada respond to our callers.
So well, first and of course that's it. We'll hold it there quick. Let's go on the line and pick up this person. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name, where do you join us from?
I'm the AB Davis. I monitor seriously your program
Okay.
because it is highly interesting.
Welcome to the platform. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
The platform, okay, the issue you have raised is very unique and good. But however, you cannot run a school without a penny. It's very hard. Which means the principals will be catching hard time to run the day-to-day affairs of the school. If that school fee that the people will be
Mr. Deve,
okay.
Mr. Deve, that
Yeah.
this I think you are not listening to the top. This is Stop Radio, not Suma.
Okay, sorry.
So we pick up the next person. Hello,
All right, Honorable Wuludua,
Brekatu. Welcome to the platform, Chief.
thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening to you, good evening to the listening audience, good evening to all of our professors, welcoming class, and a special one to the very important guest. Allow me to use your platform to extend on behalf of all of us, regular caller and good citizens of Grand Nigeria, to say a happy, prosperous birthday to Professor Mr. Dr. George Numo. May God grant you whatever your heart desire, long life, prosperity, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Thank you for this platform for our guests. I listen to them very keenly. All that they say is welcoming. But here is my question that I'm struggling to understand. This organization, what's the source of income in terms of support base to this organization? Because what I notice or what I'm hearing, it is a very big organization that was established or that has been established as a humanitarian. So what is the source of income in terms of support base to this organization? I think we are struggling to understand it or to know it better. Thank you ever so much, sir. The name remain retired Captain Emmanuel S. Doe, but the Katu, you don't force, but you compare to do only the right thing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for being part of the platform this evening. So, folks, keep your calls coming in on 0776 105 105 881 143504. 0776 105 105 881 143504 are the numbers will pull you through tonight. I'm going to be live here on the platform. I beg to differ. Let's hear you. 0776 105 105 881 143504. We take our 10 song. We'll skip your call coming in this wonderful evening hour.
Strong woman, yeah. If you wrong, she gon' say ah. See how decide. For me country with give my people you ready. Grandmaster steady, steady.
0776 105 105 881 143504. Let's hear it on the platform. 0776 105 105 881 143504 are the numbers of poetry tonight going to be live here on the platform. Let's hear from you. Listen to the guests. It's been a while in the ECCS. It's about time that we hear from you, this wonderful platform. Keep your calls coming on 0776 105 105 881 143504. You're going to be live here on the platform. 0776 105 105 881 143504.
No palabra, no fear inside.
0776 105 105 881 143504 are the numbers tonight to pull you through here on the platform. They are back to differ. Let's hear from you. For those of you just joining us, let us say welcome to the radio service of Teach Our People Communications Incorporated. That's 105.3 coming to you live and direct from Zojo City, Grand Gila County, Republic of Liberia. If you're watching the social media, The only thing we need from you tonight is continue to share the broadcast or to other pages that you are following, a lot of group chat you are following. Share it so that people can be able to join us here on the show. So numbers to pull you through tonight: 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. 0776 105 105 881 1435 04 are the numbers to pull you through.
Top FM 105, 3 we on the air. Leader shout, Sheku Koroma, Roma ready, in the play, Alex D. We're right he back to differ, I back to differ my people.
776 105 105 881 1435 04 are the numbers to pull you through. We go on and pick up this person. Good evening, Danina. Where do you join us from?
Good evening. I'm calling from
Welcome to the platform.
Very much. I don't want to say happy birthday, Carol, man. This is the day you will join the people. Birthday. We two men yet, but 20 years count to carry the Huh?
Why, Chief?
No, I said I don't want to wish Carol, man, a happy birthday. Many more years to come.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
On our guest, we're going to celebrate Mr. Nomo's birthday. Give your calls coming tonight on 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. Let's go down the line. Berekatu, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wulu. You know, when we are in class and we observe that the professors are bringing on lesson, I mean, well, for us, it's good as a student to raise your hand and ask questions.
Okay.
Then you know what you'll be taking home to your parents that send you to school. Right? Another question that we want, clarity on. How do they go about going in other communities or counties? Like, take, for example, Grand Jide, where I live or where I'm from. They say that they kind of be called upon by an institution, an individual, the health sector that is here, or they send their own assessment team based upon the assessment team report before they can go there. I just want to get clear, how do they go about going to other communities, the places that Grand Jide, and then they carry on their work? We want to know, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. 1040, we go back to our panelists here on the show. 0776 105 105 881 1435 04 are the numbers to pull you through. At this point, we will like to hold it there with the call session. Go back to the panelists and continue the show with no time to waste and keep our guests waiting.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Wulu. Mr. Jala. So you got two questions to answer, and I know we are almost out of time, but we're going to have you answer this question, and then we're going to go around and take one more question each.
Yes, before you go, I'll just screenshot the person.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Nina, where do you join us from?
Yeah, so my name is Torrance. I think Bulu, I beg to defer, is it had diversity of issue, or do you have a selected topic?
We have that issue that we discussed, but we don't have a guest here in studio.
Tell Paul Ransom to come on the
show. I just thought to share some information, but again, since you have a guest,
so the guest will continue, but Mr. Wright is inviting to join us on the show.
Yeah. So if I thought there was diversity of issues, but again, guest continue. Yeah.
Tell Paul Ransom to come on the show.
Give me your WhatsApp number so we can share the link with you, Mr. Ransom. Just go ahead. I will contact him. Anything that we bring him on.
Okay, good. All right, so Mr. Jala, let him respond. I know we're almost out of time, but we're going to go around the table after you're done. We take one more question. I'm going to come back to you to give us your closing comment. To you, Mr. Jala.
So, thank you very much. And I want to say thank you to Emmanuel for calling. And to answer his first question, how do we get our support or what are our support base? So, first, our biggest support base is we have this organization also in Switzerland, and then it's registered. It's making our children safe against Switzerland, and we got making our children safe against Liberia. So they do some fundraising in Switzerland, and then after they pull those funding together and then send it, that's where my CEO reside. My CEO, Mr. Ernest Sherman, and his wife are the founder and co-founder of Moxa. And then we also have a dealership, a whole team of dealerships. So they have the president, the vice president, the secretary, the treasurer. So they do fundraising in Switzerland and send it down to us. And then before they can send the funding to us, we do a program proposal in terms of request, send it to them. They meet, they score it. And then when the program is approved, after we are selected the community, because during the request, we mentioned those communities that we want to have intervention in as per the quarterly basis, because we divided the year into 4 quarters, that's every 3 months. So we made the request and sent it to them. Then they will get back to us and tell, hey, as per your request, this is what you requested, but we ought to give you 3,000. Then here in Liberia, we also have a fundraising strategy. Like I told you, we have the station clinic, which we run. We will do fee for service. At the station clinic, we also have a multi-purpose event hall where we rent to people that want to do workshop, that want to do event training. And then those funds from there are generated, also add to our quarter budget to make sure that we meet our targeted budget to be able to implement the project for the quarter. And that's how we do our funding for now. So sometimes we rent other partners for in-kind donation. And thanks to the ERW hospital in the first quarter, they gave us some in-kind donation. They gave us some vaccines, some antibiotics, you just name it. And also we wrote BVM is a pharmacy in Liberia where they import pharmaceutical product. And we wrote that they provided us with some in-kind donation, gloves, PPE, hand sanitizer, and you just name it. And that's how we do our funding. So to his second question is, how do we select our community? So first of all, we have a plan. We have a whole annual plan. In terms of what we want to do, we have a target beneficiary. For this year, our target is to treat 2,000 direct beneficiary. And then in the annual plan, that's where we select those communities that we want to have this intervention in. So the community is selected in 2 ways. Either maybe you've been hearing about us and you reach out to us and you wanted to have intervention in your place. We send our team there to do inspection and then also do assessment in terms of how do we get there, the road condition, and what it takes for us to get there. So when we look at all those things, then we can include you either in the next quarter that, hey, your community will be one of the community we will do intervention in. So we can include it in our program because everything we do is planned. So we don't just go out to say, hey, today we're going to Bon County, we're going to Pommy County. So whatsoever we do in the quarter is something that we plan prior to the quarter, that this is what we want to do. These are the places we want to visit. So there's a whole program plan. So if you want to be like the last quarter now, if you want to be part of it, then you can reach out to us and say, hey, we want you to come to us. Then we can tell you, say, for this quarter, we all have the number of places we need to visit. Then we can push it to the third quarter and we have the intervention and send team of assessment team to come and do assessment, meet with tank, dealership, elders, and then when they welcome the idea and you guys are willing to turn up for the program, then we can have you in the next program. So that's how we do it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Jala, for responding to our callers. Mr. Nubo, do you have one last question for Mr. Jala?
Well, I like the question from Honorable Emmanuel Doe. And before I start, I want to say a big thank you to Honorable Doe. I mean, he called me, he gave me a happy birthday call this morning, and we had a lengthy discussion, not about a birthday, but about Grandjitty, the two missing men. We discussed that at length. Having said that, I see here some support from Roman Catholic community of the Bonn and surrounding area, 10,000 Swiss francs. Roman Catholic community of Bonn, that was in 2023 and 2025. They made similar contribution, and other areas made contribution. But what caught my attention is that the Roman Catholic parish Bruder Cross is not disclosed. Contribution from Reformed Church Region, Rheinfelden is not disclosed. Contribution from Roman Catholic Parish Saint Attilia is not disclosed.
But Mr. Nubo, if I may interject.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about transparency now.
But that's what he said. He said the website is still being built.
No.
They are transitioning.
No. If your website, you are transitioning from one website to another website, you will also have the statistics there. Why? Okay, I'll go back. Why we have 2023 donation disclosed here, 2025 donation disclosed here, 2025 donation disclosed here, and the rest of the donations are not disclosed. We are in 2026. So, no, I beg to differ with you. So, that what and then we have bonuses for some of them, Christmas bonuses for Multi Liberia team, December 2024, and all these. So I want not you, Mr. Wright. I want the guests to address these issues. I mean, if you can disclose contribution from 2023 and disclose contribution from contribution from 2025, why you cannot disclose the rest? Thank you.
So thank you. I think I can answer him then while you guys go around.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll tell you.
We want to allow you to go ahead, answer that, because he asked about 3 different questions in there. And then after you answer it, just give her your closing.
Okay. So first of all, I told you initially that we are transitioning from one website to another. And like I told you, we have the organization both in Switzerland and here. So the Swiss have their own website where they have those information of people that directly donate to them. So we just try to include it on our website to be able to be in line of what they do. So whosoever that make donation is done directly to the Moxac Switzerland, and then they spread out over the quarter. So sometimes when they manage to raise let's say a $10,000, so that we spread out over to 2 to 3 quarters. So you see every quarter sometimes we give out 3,000, so now 4,000, so now 5,000. So maybe at the end of the show, I can be able to provide a SWIG website. You go there, you will see most of this information. But that's why we want to make sure to have those information on our own Liberian website, so we can be in line of what they have on their website. Like I told you, we transition. So as the information comes, that's how our web developer is uploading it on the website. So until we can build the website to a full completion, you will see those things. So if we are having anything, we will even have those things listed there, so you will see it there. But that's to tell you that this is the exception of the new website we want to build. Those information will be available as we go along the way, and as the website is fully developed, you will see the name of people that contributed to Moxac, both Moxac Switzerland and Moxac Liberia. So that's for it. And then to close, first of all, I want to say thank you to the Ministry of Health. And
Mr. Tyler, let me
want to say something?
Right yeah. Let me hold you.
Okay.
So we just got joined by one of our fellow panelists, Mr. Nippet. Mr. Nippet, can you take 2 minutes?
Yeah,
please, 2 minutes. I'm sure you follow Mr. Nubo and then Mr. Jala respond. To just introduce yourself and then say a little bit so that he can be able to pick it up and close on that.
Well, to the host, my name is Christopher Nippet. I am one of the panelists. It's a pleasure having you in studio. And after this, your first appearance, you could come in subsequently, because we need such as I to understand what you are doing, because I'm dealing with medical issues with my grandkids, so I'm moving up and down, and I've not been able to come on the show. But I heard Mr. Nubo talk about website, and you, the host, you speaking about update. And then in your update, you sliced in the Swiss angle of whatever business you're doing, and you were trying to complement the efforts of the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Is your organization doing anything within the realm of health or social development?
Yes, we are into health. So we do mobile. Yeah, we do mobile clinic outreach.
We do global clinical outreach.
Mobile clinic outreach.
Oh, mobile clinic outreach. And what does that entail?
Yes. So what we intend doing is to take the clinic to the doorstep of people that are in undeserved communities. So we come to your community and do provide primary health care to your community. So for instance, we see our community in Bombing or in Grand Basso or in Bon, we get to the community, meet with leadership, and then gather the people together, do screening, do lab, and then when the lab confirm those illness, we'll provide you with basic medication.
To provide basic health education or treatment?
Treatment. So after you have gone to the lab, and the lab confirm that for instance you have malaria, and we give you the treatment that to cure malaria.
And at whose expense? The government of Liberia, you, or the individual who attends the mobile clinic?
So it is at our expense. So we We haven't, for the record, we haven't received any funding from the government. What we have received for the government is mentorship, guardians, and you just name it. So it's our own expense, both Mossack, Switzerland, and Liberia.
So do you look forward in the future, sometimes in the future, for government, because the people you're treating are citizens of the Republic of Liberia.
Yes, we have been reaching out. We have been
No,
reaching
just
out
give
to
me
the
a break. Give me
government.
a break. I want to help you. I want to help you. I want to help you,
Okay,
sir.
okay. All right.
The people
Mr.
you are
Lippert,
treating.
Mr. Lippert, let me get short because we're only 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be shorter. You want it short? I'm gonna make it shorter. The people you are treating are citizens of the Republic of Liberia, and there's nothing like a free dinner. I learned that when I in the ABC. There's nothing like a free dinner, so everything cannot be free. So if everything is that you're doing should be free, at what point in time do you reach for government to help you, because you are treating the citizens of Liberia? And my sense is that you will be going throughout the Republic of Liberia. You'll not be stationary and not in Marquis or Maserado County. Can you speak to that, sir?
Yeah, so thank you. Like I was saying, so we have been reaching out to other partners that are operating in the same sector that we do. So to see how best we can be able to solicit it from to be able to meet our broader beneficiary. So what we do, the service is not absolutely free, like 100% free. So what we do is that we attach fee to it. I've been repeating it so that the community can ownership to the program. Like you said, there's no free lunch. So at first we used to do it absolutely free, but our people, especially in rural places, they now see it welcoming. Sometimes they try to stigmatize what we're doing. Sometimes they have so many negative questions or thought towards the program. So now they will ask us what you guys bring to Injector with, what you guys bring to give to us. That's how they brought Ebola for Eastern. That's how Corona came. So we decided to attach a fee to the service depending on the community for which we want to go to. So if we select your community, sometimes we say on a flat rate, you pay 500 for registration or 400 for registration, and we provide you the necessary treatment. So once you are tested positive of malaria, we'll give you the full dose. So the 400 is just registration so that you will ownership to what you are about to receive, that hey, I pay some dollars towards the I think I need to take it serious. So that's how we do, but we've been reaching out to the government through the Ministry of Health, and we have some people at the Health Ministry who have been very instrumental. They have talked to people that are guiding us right now through mentorship, to guardians, and we look forward to see how when government can come in to be able to boost our
At what level will you be able to mushroom those activities? By mushrooming, the simultaneous, at what level will you be able to mushroom the activities? By that I mean, simultaneously, you are treating people in Cape Mount, you are treating people in Grand Gila, and then the mobile station is in Grand Cess. Do you have that ability?
So right now we don't have the capacity to be in every county, like you said. So that's why we are talking to every relevant partner in the sector of who we operate to see how best to collaborate or even a partnership with us to be able to reach broader beneficiary. But right now we are in 4 counties with some part of Bon County, but we intend to reach to other counties that are far from Maserado. But how do we get there? So those are things we are discussing behind closed door, and we hope that everything works out so we can be able to reach other part of Liberia.
Well, I'll stop right there because, and then say it is highly commendable that the government can do all. And these are the kind of things that now when I write, I talk about. We as citizens have a fiduciary responsibility or civic responsibility for the country. And we cannot expect everybody is bad mouthing the government not doing this, government not doing that, government not doing that. Of course, I agree with those people. In the language that they say, the government should have the wherewithal to make sure that it does its duty. But notwithstanding, for all the citizens, we cannot just be there and say, "Oh, the government must do this, government must do that." Now, here you are coming with,
Yes.
I mean, a very, 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 very good program for our people to go into the hinterland of Liberia and those health needs. Because I don't think we have hospitals in all of our counties. Or if we have them, I think they are short of requisite supply. So my last question is, do you have?
Let hold it right there because it's 7 o'clock now. We gotta, we go 30 minutes over now. Let have him. You know what? Squeeze the last question. I beg you.
Do you have
And carry second last question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 25 seconds. Do you have all the wherewithal in terms of medication for our people to be treated? That's it.
Thank you.
Come again.
Do you have everything, all the medication for malaria, diphtheria, liver blindness, cough, and all those kind of things? Do you have something that to remedy those situations?
Yeah. So before we go to the field, we procure all the primary illness medication that we will be able to treat on the field. So in the instance where we don't have the necessary medication to be able to treat whatsoever illness you may be diagnosed of, we do referral. So in a referral, sometimes we pull you our own vehicle, we drive you to the nearby health facility, and then make some negotiation with the health facility so they can start your treatment. That's what we do.
Okay, Mr. Jala, let have you give us your parting comment, sir.
So I want to say a big thanks to the Ministry of Health and to the minister, and also especially to the director of health promotion and communication at the Ministry of Health. And he has been so instrumental in helping us get into relevant authority, and it has been a whole boost for us because though we haven't received the kind of necessary support we need, but the guidance for the Ministry of Health is an added advantage to our program, and we are very grateful to it because sometimes we go to them and say, "Hey, you have to do it like this, do this," and then sometimes we invite them over to come and do a special this. Because sometimes we keep knocking at their door. We want you to come and see what we're doing right and what we're not doing right. And those are some of the things we do. And I like to say this, when Ghana gained their independence, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said one thing, and I like to always quote that. He said, "Ghana is free and cannot be colonized again. But the independence of Ghana means nothing if the rest of Africa is not free." I say this to say, there are some of us who got access to quality health care. We go to the best hospital, we get medical insurance. But I want to tell you, hey, those assets mean nothing if your neighbor is close to it. It's not healthy because his illness is a threat to your health. So we want you at MOSA, come on board, let's be able to reach other people so we can be able to create a healthy environment for you, for me, for our children, because at MOSA, every child deserves a future. So I want to say thank you, and I'm open anytime. And thank to Mossack Switzerland. Before I forget, thank to Mossack Switzerland for their continuous support. Thank to Madame Lucina Blatte, the president of Mossack Switzerland, and thank to Madame Sabine Rosenthaler, and thank to our hardworking founder and CEO, Mr. Ernest Sherman, who have made this dream a reality. And we say, come on board, so we can bridge the gap between quality health delivery, so we can reach undeserved community. Let me Liberia a safe place. Thank you very much. And thank to you in the studio, thank to your platform for recognizing what we do, and we hold that in high esteem. And we want to say thank you. Thank you very much. And we are grateful.
Alrighty, Mr. Jala, thank you. You have been a very great special guest on the show. You have provided a lot of information. You answered some of the tough questions asked by Mr. Nubo and Mr. Nippy. If you want to come back here, you got with Claudia, you got contact with, reach out to her. She'll reach out to us, and then we'll reschedule you to get back on the platform. Thanks again, and we'll look forward to seeing you another time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, sir. Take care.
All right.
All right, gentlemen, that was Moksa, Make Our Children Safe Again. Want to appreciate what they're doing for our country and for those who don't have the means to quality health care delivery. If you are out there and you want to help them to be able to reach far and near, please do. I think they're doing a great job. We want to now pivot to one of the hottest topics that is trending in Liberia, social, political, circles, both here in the diaspora as well. And that has to do with director, or however you're called, the MPA people there, director of MPA or director general MPA, Mr. Sekou Douklé, whose businesses has been investigated by the Minnesota Public Radio, the NPR, the Minnesota Public Radio here in the U.S., and they have found that he is involved with 24 different home cares, 10 violations, 4 deaths, and the list goes on. And public officials here in the U.S. on the Republican side are jumping onto this. Today, I have the opportunity to reach out to OLM, the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, the chairman, Mr. Kamate Dian, who told me he couldn't come on the show because the news had just broke, and he's putting together his own findings. Once he's gathered the facts, he will be willing to come on and talk about it. But he is not willing to come on now because whatever he will be saying in response to the question I'll be asking will be not factual because he doesn't have all the facts available to him. I said that was okay. I asked a couple of questions. He said he spoke to Miss Sekou today, and Sekou said, what Sekou then said, I asked him whether you talked to Sekou about, the issue. He said, well, we had, Sekou live in the community. He provided jobs for people here. And so he wanted to inform him of what happened. Okay, he informed me. What did he say to you? So he can disclose it at this point. But Sekou respected him, and Sekou wanted to let the community know about what was happening concerning his involvement with these nursing homes. Okay, but Mr. Chairman, are you worried that, the fact that you got all the elected officials involved with it, that it could undermine the community residents and the community stand within the state of Minnesota? Yes, he's worried about it, but we should also understand that these things are being said because there is the election for governorship in the state of Minnesota, and there are local elections also going on, and there's national elections. So we should see this from our viewpoint, that people will say things that are politically charged. That does not mean that what they are saying are factual. So we should be careful of how we consume information surrounding this finding. I said, okay, I can accept that. But are you also worried that a political actor from the opposition side, let's come to Liberia now, will take this information and want to use it against the Unity Party now that we're going into the election in 2029? And how is the OLM working to stop this from spilling over? Because Liberian would say stuff, maybe that is true or maybe that is not true. And guess what? Republicans and other people that are, not in favor of the Democratic leadership in Minnesota, will jump on it. How are you going to work, to stop this from happening? He said, well, we're going to reach out to both sides and conscientize them, let them know that whatever we say here should be careful to put a community first, because if you say stuff that is not true and political actors jump on it, that may put the community at risk for ICE and other, federal agencies that might come and raid, the community, even though they'll be acting on flimsy, information that you are provided out there. That's how our conversation ended. I wanted to put that out there because it was necessary that we talk to somebody within the community, and he was gracious enough to pick up the phone while he was at work, and we spent at least about 30 to 45 minutes on the phone talking. I wanted to share that information as we go into the discussion. But that's what things are. I know Sekou, but I don't know him like that. When I say I know Sekou, I met Sekou at Mayflower Hotel in D.C. When then President-elect Boycott came here to meet with, the Western Institution, World Bank, or whatever. We met and we chatted. He, John, Senator Amara Conan, and myself, and we had a great discussion, and I know this guy wrote something in the chat room today, and I kind of took I said my piece about it. He said, George Famulette said, President Boycott should fire the guy right away. Sekou Douklé now. And then say he doesn't know about what happened. And I kind of disagree with that. I said if he went ahead and did that, that opened a lot up into a box. Because everybody knows that the guy was involved, with the Unity Party rescue train. Some information out there that he provided financial support. I don't know when, because I know when the rescue team was struggling, there was no money. No money came in except for the one that we sent down. So I don't know when he started putting money in there. So that is up for for verification. But that's all I want to share. So let's begin the conversation. Let me start with you, Mr. George H. Nubo.
Start with who?
Mr. George H. Nubo, the birthday boy.
Okay. The birthday, 16 years old is here. And I think the investigation was done by NPR.
Yeah, that's what I said. Minnesota Public Radio.
Okay. That's a branch of NPR. And they did all...
No, there's NPR, there's NPR. There's NPR and there's NPR.
Okay. It is... My understanding is that it is a branch of the National Public Radio.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And they did their investigation. I'm sorry, I didn't get it. They said that they didn't see anything wrong that a group homes of Mr. Douklé have done. And they even question the state authority as to whether he has violating any state or federal law by being an official in Liberia and being a director and here for the group. And they said I'm not here to defend him, but that what I heard today. I have to look through the whole article to see, how I can analyze it. But it is left with the Liberian people. I mean, it talked about complaints at the group homes, people yelling at the patients, oh, go do this, go do that, go do this and that. But that does not amount to violations of state law here. But now we can localize that in Liberia. The man is director of group homes here, and we made him head of the Port Authority. What time he has to take care of the Port Authority duty and take care of the U.S. group homes duty. So there, my question lies. Thank you.
All right, before I go to Mr. Nippy, let me also draw this to your attention, because I think the article or the report from the investigation was clear. They did not find Mr. Dukley as directors of this home to be liable criminally. They didn't find that. Now, they did not say that they didn't find the business. They were looking at him as a person. Now, remember now, there have been 4 deaths at these facilities. They have been cited 10 times. And you yourself also said that patients have not received the right care. Sometimes they have been yelled at. Sometimes treatment have not been administered. But I think all of that goes into those 10, findings from the report. So, here is what is worrisome. Did the report, like you said, did the report look federally to know whether these homes violated federal laws? Because these are 2 different things. Now that this thing that have gotten some political attention, you're going to see a lot of investigation going on now, even much deeper ones, just like they did with the Somali the Somali community there in Minnesota, and find out that hundreds of millions of dollars were taken out of the system illegally. When I mean illegal, when they're not providing care through daycare centers. Is that something that we're going to see when further investigation is done? Because now, the federal government probably going to come into this. This was just done by a private entity. If the federal government comes in, you can be guaranteed that they are going to go much, much deeper into this, much deeper, and that spells a lot of trouble. Mr. Nippy, let me come to you, sir.
Well, I think this is a matter of maybe putting proverbially a quicksand, which could involve him into a serious problem.
Mr. Luba, can we have you meet your camera, sir?
Oh.
I do know that in all hospitals throughout the world there have been deaths. Even when they do surgery, deaths occur. And so to hold him responsible would be one thing I want to believe the law would be careful. It is his place. Their negligence on the part of the caregivers that will give rise to the deaths as mentioned by you. or given the fact that he is in Liberia, he's not paying attention on that side, whereas he should have, the right thing he should have done was to divest himself of the business. Give it to a person, a trusted friend, a brother, or so be give it to somebody else. But like I wrote this afternoon because it was Dr. Somwe who came about Liberians in the diaspora. Liberians want to go home. They don't want to be U.S. citizens. Then he landed on the substance of his article. And then I read, and I told him, I said, well, look here. This man should have divested himself. He can't be holding the canoe on the Atlantic Ocean, then he fall on the beach. You cannot do that. That conflict of interest. Whether they're going to raise it that way, I don't know. But I think he meant well by establishing his group home, whether it be at 24 or 48 or what have you. But something like 34 million that they I think that was spoken about. That were attached to him, several group homes in Minnesota and other places. So I think he didn't treat himself well. You see, when you are self-centered, when that ego of yours cannot be eviscerated when you want to be in public service, then you have problems. You cannot catch everything at the same time. You gotta lose some to gain some. I think coming into the political theater on the party, the UP party, he should have divested his interest. And let somebody take the headache. Intermittently, he could ask his cousin, ask his friend, who somebody, how business is going. And they will tell him, no, business not very well, business. But I think, I agree with you. It will be raised as the Somali issue. It definitely will be raised as a Somali issue. When you say Republicans are coming in there, and you know that election is just a few months from now. 4 months, August, September, October, November, about nearly 3 months from now, we'll be going to the midterm. So I think this could be a piece of information and that will spoil our image. Will spoil our political image. It has a propensity of drawing the old man in, the president in. But did the president know that they now are running hospital or group home?
That is the question I wanted to ask you, Mr. Nichols. I'm glad you brought it up. Go ahead.
Did he know? I'm sure he did not know.
Okay, but
I surmise that
okay. Now that you come with that, you're coming with from that angle. Let me ask this question too. Don't forget now, stories out there. Like I said, I saw this dude. I saw this gentleman brought in items to the old man while we're in the room sitting down with him, and handed him some stuff, and it's such that, and we're looking at. He says about, this is a young guy. What have I been doing? Okay. Anyway, everything he just put out of the old man. That's fine. And we'll all let it go. But if you got somebody providing some financial support to your campaign, while the person is over here, I think you're running for the presidents of a country. I think that should give you a pause. You say, hold on. Maybe I should do a little bit of deacon here. Or ask for a little more transparency from this guy and whoever he's dealing with. Let him talk to me. I need to know because I'm running for the presidency of a nation. I don't want somebody to say, oh, this guy was doing this and you were helping me. So I think there was some due diligence that was not done here on the part of the president. I don't want to say that until we hear from the executive mansion.
But what if the judge use a blanket expression Mr. Duque is a businessman.
Yeah, he's a businessman. The more
If that
reason
was what
why.
he said, he owns a car dealership. You know, people try to cover things that in the end, when those things are exposed, you become an appendage to those kind of issues. But if they came out in 2029, the president would not be. He will not do anything to the president per se, because the man is an individual. So the situation involved himself is an individualized situation. He wanted to help his country. He wanted to see to it that the president comes on top.
But let me give you.
But if the money was stolen, just a minute. If the money is allegedly stolen and given to the president, I'll be one case. But legitimately, the man takes it from his bank and gives the president $1. Why should somebody come and query the president?
Yeah, there's a reason why.
Tell me.
I posted the text from the Minnesota Republican congressman, the representative, Tom Emer or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, and you saw what he wrote in that text. He is now attaching the American taxpayers. He is saying the American taxpayer have been screwed. This is my own, my own interpretation. The American taxpayer has been screwed, and now this guy is sitting in his home country, and he cannot be reached. That is the kind of connection that get things heated out here in America. When you say taxpayer money, that is not a good connection. It brings out so much in that country. Because the American taxpayer cannot be left to hold the bag. And that's where the president and people need to be very, very transparent with this. Because if they say, oh, we didn't know this guy was doing this thing. Okay, guess what? The money that he gave you, the money came from a bank account here in America. They're going to start digging it up. Did he give you $500? We didn't get a $500 too. How did he get the money? Did he transfer it through SendWave or through a bank account? Or somebody connected to the president? Because I heard now that Duque is closer to one of his sons. What a Tintin or what a Joe, Joe Buckeye Jr., we don't know. I just heard of one of his sons that he's close friends too. They're going to look at all of that. Now, don't forget, this thing now, the representative is connecting the federal to this. He's saying the taxpayer, the American taxpayer. He's not looking at it from the Minnesota level anymore. He's saying the American taxpayer. He's not saying Minnesotans have been screwed. He said the American taxpayer have been screwed while this guy is running free in his country. That angle for me worries me a lot.
Well, I mean, this is what I've always said about this dual naturalization. It has catch-20 kind of stuff. Your one foot can be one place and the other leg across the Atlantic Ocean. You want too much too soon. And that dual naturalization business was started or was begun at the time I was at the Chancellery of the Embassy. And I tried to discourage the ambassador at the time that, listen, I got 2 cases here I will bring on board for you to advise our people. They are seeking jobs, and it's all about jobs. But you cannot commit crime in Liberia or in the Americas and you think that they will not grab you, they will grab you. So Mr. Duque, if you commit a crime, think he can be in Liberia. No. The long arm of the law can bring him back and then he will stand justice. He doesn't want, I'm sure he will not want to lose his business or his businesses that he has if they are 24. Yasamaka makes that 24 different institutions honor one individual. Whereas there are others who are running the health sector, health home care system that have one or two, limited to one or two. But he has approximately all. He is annexed to 24 of such businesses. This is where he should have divested his interest, knowing that he wanted to come to Liberia. The question here is so profound and it begs an answer. What happened to Justin Moloka Obi? What happened to Thomas Goodrum? What are the answers? They were dual citizens. Like all other people that have been clamoring on dual citizens, they carry it to the House of Representatives. The House of Senate agreed. You're putting yourself into problem. Because you're not being in Liberia, you cause problem in Liberia, and the law releases you because you are an American. No. Nor will you do something in America and Liberia say, well, our citizens so they come from home. We're punishing. No, you are can. You will be can. It happened to Justin Moloka Obi in 1971 or so. By 72, 73, Justin Moloka Obi had murdered Bishop Dilla Brown, the Episcopal bishop. He had murdered him in Monrovia at the Chase Manhattan Bank. What happened to him? The Nigerian government, they talk all kinds of things. Oh, that citizen will punish him here, extraditing. But at the time, they forgot to know that there were no extraditions treated between the Republic of Nigeria and Liberia. So he could not go back to Nigeria. I mean, a professor of esteem. He knew the chemistry, he knew the physics, he knew the biology, he knew the mathematics, everything. But Justin couldn't go back. What happened next? Justin was hung at the South Beach. Same thing happened with Theophilus Goodrum. I happen to have been playing within the circle of the NBR. When Theophilus murdered a Dutch national captain at the Istanbul bar at the corner of Gele and Kerry Street. Right at that corner was the Istanbul bar. This man, the Dutchman, was 100% plus supporting the lady, the Turkish lady. Intermittently, he comes and bets at the Freeport and comes to his woman. He will call her before he comes. Mr. Goodrum fell in love. And when the captain came for his girlfriend, his woman that day to take her to the Freeport, he just said that the lady would not have gone. Why? Because he felt that he was in the Masonic craft. He was NBR deputy director, and so the law will not do anything to him. But the law is like a weed that gains momentum very gradually. They went up, they went down, they went north, they went south. At the end of the day, Thomas Goodrum was hung with Theophilus Gibson and the rest of those guys. So, if Mr. Dukley felt that when I go home, anything happens here, I can remain in Liberia, I'll put it in the Liberian parliament, he job himself.
Yeah, let me come here with one information, and this is where I think he didn't do himself good. So the NPR report also said that when the report came out, he quickly went and took himself out of the leadership position on 3 of those other businesses and kept himself on one. Now, why would he do that? Why did he think it was okay to remove himself?
Because of what I'm saying. This young man should have divested his interest in the business. Because he know that his pants was down or coming down, he decided to go and say, I will move my hand from 2 of these businesses or the 3.
Yes.
It's late.
Now, yes,
Your
yes,
hand already-
yeah, but yes, my speculation. I think he removed himself from those 3 entities because those are the ones that are probably have experienced debts.
But that's
And
what,
so
that's what I was coming to.
yeah, so he probably want to disassociate himself quickly because now you're probably going to get a federal coming in and try to investigate that because remember now, this is Medicaid and the American government don't play with Medicaid.
But that's what I was coming to.
It's going to be serious. But go ahead.
That's what I was coming to. The question is, you are running 4 or 24 institutions. Why would you decide to just relinquish your hold on 3 of such institutions? It suggests to me that you want to hide something. It suggests to me that you don't want to be criminalized. It suggests to me that you want to disown or dislodge yourself in a way that the people will say, oh no, well, he has left the business ever since before the thing happened. No, you were still there. You were still. This is why I say when you are so self-centered, then it is bad. If you are so centered, it's bad. And I put it in the basketball metaphor. It's like LeBron James knows that, or the person knows that LeBron James can make the last basket. And he doesn't want to get LeBron the ball. So he goes to make go to the rim, and then he messes up. The ball doesn't go into the net, and there's a foul. There is a final call that the game is over. So in this context, this game is over for him. Because he should have done that at the instant. Mind you, he has never worked in the Freeport before. There's some of us who are working the port and have some little knowledge about shipping and all that kind of stuff. He's never done that. Was he a square peg in a round hole or a round peg in a square hole? I don't want to go to that extent. But knowing that he wanted to be in the port to make his money, because this is a man, and this is a man that if I was in the security sector, he's been gone a long time. Because I cannot understand why this man would be at the port of the Liberian National Port Authority, the NPA, and not giving money to the budget.
Let me add on. Now that you brought that up, do you remember he was also caught in a fraudulent, allegedly, a fraudulent business deal with one Chinese guy? And the Chinese guy alleged that he duped him out of his investment. And according to the Chinese guy, he was protected by the administration. That's why he never got prosecuted. That was reported, openly, and that information just went down like that. Nothing came out of that. So this guy has been nothing but a thorn in the flesh of the president and his administration.
The president should have recognized that ever since, because I know the kind of person he is. Why didn't he? You see, when you're supposed to be planting certain things and you broadcast it. I told you the other time about the coffee seed. The coffee seed should be planted. It should be a plantation. The cocoa seed should be a plantation. But when you broadcast it in the context I'm speaking, you take just anybody. Because somebody is sitting within the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs and feels obligated to an individual and drives the individual interest towards the president. Because of the confidence that the president reposes in this individual, this specific individual at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. He believes that the due diligence has been done. Because, no, Mr. Wright will not come and tell me something and I don't believe what Mr. Wright is saying. So I accept it. Instead of saying, look, check behind that stuff there, come back to me. I'll give you 1 week. Make sure that you can check everything about that individual. I want to say to the people, find out. I see, work with the port before. If so, in what capacity? Does he have an port education? Where has he worked before? He's in group head. That man should have gone to Youth Health and Social Welfare as one of the directors.
That would have been a good placement.
That was he should have gone. And not to the Freeport of Monrovia. The same thing happened during George Tenure.
Yes.
When he took the young man who calls himself Little We Are and placed him there.
I know We Are Baby or whatever you call it.
Some kind of name. And place him there.
Yeah.
You see, when you have these square pegs in round hole or round pegs in square hole, these are the. I mean, the day I said with him, will fuck with me. Why you say this kind of thing? But I will tell him, big brother, you know me from Tommy Murray. I don't bite. I will be gentle in while I speak. But there can be no blanket, no rule to cover what I want to say.
Let me ask you the question then, Mr. Nippin. Does this undermine his chances going into 2020? Now I said it. Let me say why. Let me tell you why I asked this question. Because one of the selling points, in fact, the most selling points that Unity Partisan would say, he had 40 years of government experience. He is the most experienced person in the room when it comes to governance. Has the argument been undermined, Mr. Nippin?
Well, you will be like the pilot. I just forgot his name that landed on the Potomac River. Even though he had more than 35 years of experience.
Oh, the guy in New York?
No. The name comes and goes away. He's tall. He has been piloting for a long time. The point I'm going to drive is drive home is that you can have experience. Even my grandson was taken to another hospital in Washington, D.C. because of certain complications, certain things that did not go straight with where he had his surgery was commissioned or done. So people can make mistakes. Experience has got nothing to do with your infallibility. No, it got nothing absolutely to do with that. You can be.
I'm just saying this was one of the points that were driving the rescue train.
Yeah.
Because we know on one hand we're seeing Mr. The former president was immature. He has no government experience. And yes, this statesman, the older statesman is coming in with 42 years of governance experience. Has that argument been undermined, given all of that we know right now?
I don't think that argument has been undermined. Messi just played on the Argentinian team, and he's noted for being the world's most experienced, prolific. Like you said, he's prolific in writing and speaking and all kind of things. He is a genius. But the question is, one single pass from a Ghanaian to a young boy on the team, on the the Spanish team, got him off to be the second place. Does that negate the fact that Messi is not the world's best player? No, he is the world's best player. In the context of that, therefore, His Excellency President Joseph Nkrumah Nwada has a wealth of experience. I put him in the same league with William R. Tolbert, who served for 19 years under President William B.S. Tubman.
Yeah, but then how would you imagine? I want you to think about this, Mr. Nippin. This is not Mr. Dukley first time being caught in this kind of web that don't look good on the administration and President Boycott. It's not the first time. Like I told you, first you were caught in, duping somebody out of the investment. Now he is caught in some duplicity of operations. He's want to be in America, he want to be here. And this might land him into some serious trouble with the Americans. And the question now, when it comes back home to Liberia, did Mr. Boycott do a due diligence?
I'm a fisherman.
That could have, gave him the understanding that no, this guy asked this guy to resign his position back in America there before he can take up a senior government position here. Because all of these things require his attention. Can he be?
This is what I would say. I'm a fisherman. I'm a good fisherman. I have a canoe where I put my fish. But if I found a penton which has something like a unicorn, it's big, it's something like a unicorn, and I see that aggressive penton wrestling with my line, the people hardly make a net using line. It's just because the 40 people been catching more fish right before their eyes that they decided to put some net in the canoe. I would dispense of that penton, or if it is a catfish, I would dispense of that catfish, so that I cannot be beaten or cannot be injured. What am I saying? The canoe is the country, and the fisherman in that canoe is the president, and he has his line connected to the free port. And there is somebody there that bringing problem on him. And even if it were not that individual about whom we are speaking, be it any other person whose maintenance on the job is going to cause me political hiccups, serious one that I will not be able to breathe, I will let that line be cut. I will cut that line. It is better for that line to go, so that tomorrow when the question is raised, he said, when something's wrong, what do you do to make it right? I did do away with Mr. Johnson, Mr. David Brown, Mr. Peter Brown. So that is what I would do. Definitely that's what I would do. I'll be that crewman on the vessel, on the canoe, and finds the penton where it look like a unicorn want to come and juke me. He's jumping up and down. I will cut that line. Bam! Let me carry that line and go in the water. If it is a shark, and I know the shark got huge teeth and strong jaws, what would I do? I will cut that line. Let that shark swim. Then to be eaten.
Yeah, but President Bugger did not do that.
No, we cannot say. We cannot say that he did not do that. He could be on the verge of doing it as we are speaking.
On the verge of doing it, it doesn't mean you did it.
No, he could be on the verge of doing it as we are speaking. Somebody will say, "Oh, listen to Top Radio."
Wasn't that 2 incidents too late?
This incident just surfaced, I think, in the last 72 hours or this week.
Yeah, 48, 72. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the urgency of that severing his relationship right now. For 2 reasons, I will do it. One, I put a man in job, the man can support my budget. He feels that. So the question there is, where is the money going? All the money for the people, where is it going? Now, I've seen the logic now why the other people want to have the port to be free to themselves. Even if they are not in government for the next 30 years, they want it to be free. Where they can say, I am the one, who were 2, who were 3, who were 5, that said that every country where we have seaports should be on their own. So I come in for my gratuity, and then the managing director will be gracious enough to put something in the brown plastic there and give it to them. It should not be, but the law has been signed. In the case of the young man here, I will dispense of him there, but in the next 24 hours, I will dispense him. For administrative reason, I will just say for administrative reason, I will dispense of him. And when it comes to my attention that he has done something in the United States, I say, well, I do not know, but he has some complex situations at the National Food Authority, and I could not hold him any longer, so I had to dispense with him. So that saves you right there. Politically, that saves you right there. Because the pretense in that is that you don't know anything about what this guy has done. You don't know anything. So while you were proactive, and you called him up, boom, and he's gone. So he has his bag and he's gone. But before he goes, I will ask him what the money is. Where all the money is being making at the port. I don't know whether doing while he's dead now. We have
But
had
does it concern you that in 48 to 72 hours, the executive mansion have not released any statement concerning this at all?
it does. Secondly, and patriotic Liberian will find it that as a concern. Because hear me out here. Hear me please. This is not something to stigmatize His Excellency Joker Jumapaka. This is on live.
Yes.
Yeah, let me make my point, sir.
No,
This
I'm
is
agreeing
on,
with you. Go ahead. I'm agreeing with you.
it's on the Republic of what? Liberia. It is Liberia that has been stigmatized. There are Liberians in the United States have been taking money from the US government, taxpayer money, illegally. The Liberian running this institution of 4 or 24 institutions, 3 of which there were death cases. So where it's like a man, even though crime not transferable, and you agree, but the action of a child on the outside has a bouncing effect to the parent. Correspondingly, when the father does something wrong among his peers, he say your father is a criminal. So you can just balance that in the context of understanding that it is on the Republic of Liberia, because he is a subject primarily of the Republic of Liberia and secondarily of the United States. So you see there, what he has done in Minnesota comes against the Republic of Liberia. Yes, he was employed by the government of the Republic of Liberia. But does that crime transfer to His Excellency Joseph Jumapaka? No. If I were the president, I'd say I have no knowledge. I didn't know I was in the health sector. Up to now, I don't have it. I know that he was in the car dealership. And he presented himself as a car dealer.
Yeah, but I don't see how he untangled himself in this web.
I don't think it is a web. I don't think it's a political web, because this thing here is this thing. How does a father, because of his son, come to be entangled?
Oh yeah, I'll come into the point.
Why would a father, unless you are saying to me, which I would differ from, unless you are saying to me that the crime of a child is transferable to his parents.
No. Let me come to my point. You understand why I'm saying this?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Remember, I have said here, the reason why the likes of John Malu is not in this government, or for one primary reason, and he made it very clear on one of our sisters' channel on Spoon. When you ask why he said you didn't show up in the government, he said I was on my way at the airport, but I realized that it was going to be a losing fight, because the president has told me there were going to be no vetting. When we have agreed, this is John speaking now, when we have agreed, he and myself, that we're appointing the first 5 officials, and then we're going to set up a vetting committee to vet people so we get the right Liberians in the right place. But the president reneged on that, under pressure from the people around him. So I felt that going to Liberia was going to be useless. So I turned around right in Accra and got on the plane and came back to America. That's why I'm not in the government. So I said this to say a conscious decision was made by President Boycott to not vet his officials, when indeed this was the reason why he said he wanted to run, because to get the right people into government. Because he said the government under President Weah were incompetent. The people there were incompetent. The government was incompetent. The president Weah were incompetent. So he was coming to do the right thing by the Liberian people, and then he reneged on that. And now he landed Mr. Dukley at the National Port Authority. Would you and I agree he would have been much better at the social welfare? You know, that is my point. For me, that's where this is where he can be held reliable.
Well, it's like you recommended me some place to go and work, and I go and work there, and the management there finds or something happens. I don't think they will blame the president of that company because it was on the strength of of your recommendation as a senator. Know me very well, know my characteristics, my behavior, my ability, my temperament, and all of those things. So if you recommended me to a corporation in Fairfax, for instance, and I did something wrong there, they will not blame the managing director of that company. The context of that, therefore, he serves as a managing director of the Republic of Liberia or the minister, as it were, of a company. Now, let's elevate the conversation to the level at which we are speaking the president. Will you blame the president when some of these people, the minister of state, peace be to his ashes, the deceased minister of state, was a trusted ally of the president, in whom he had explicit confidence. Is that Peter picking disciple for Jesus and then what it is Judah coming on and betraying Jesus? You bring Jesus for bringing Judas on board. So you have this kind of complexity in public administration. This kind of complexity cannot be attributed to the weakness of the president or the managing director or the president of that corporation. It cannot. Because the president of that corporation is thinking about bigger things. So let's look at the people of Liberia as if they were a corporation. That corporation is being headed by Joseph Imambwaka. If by direct failure on his part, something goes wrong, of course we'll hold him responsible. But if somebody does something wrong, as a cabinet minister steals $1 million, then you say, because the cabinet minister stole $1 million from the let's say Central Bank governor, for instance, steals $1 million because he got a key, he got everything.
Okay.
From the Central Bank couple. Will you attribute that crime to the president? No, it's the character of the individual who is at that place, who commits the crime, because crime throughout the world is not transferable unless, only unless, if you were an associate too. And at the any instant case, before or after the fact, of course, then you should be held liable. In this particular case, I don't think His Excellency President Joseph Imambwaka will be blamed. If it comes in 2029, there will be mountain of people that will be on radio to dispense that obligation of his.
All right.
We cannot do that. It will be unfair for my son to do something. Then you can't say that Mr. David, you got my son David. No, you can't do that to me.
Okay, hold on.
If I have to cry, I will cry.
All right. The time is PM here in the US, in Nigeria.
Right.
So let's call it a night here. The birthday ball left us. We'll take it out for dinner. And you say you're going to be back, but we'll be going by the time.
He's not coming back.
It was a great show. And we had a great time. Far to be back at the And Mr. Nippy, let me have you. Please.
Wonderful show, splendid that we have our people in the audience of radio and television to listen to us, because it's all about them. And because it's all about them, it is because of the Republic of Liberia that we come on the show every night whether it's for 30 minutes, an hour, or the full length of the time that we are present, is to do do deference to our country. I say, well, you have the mother. The mother is poor. But you have to give her the helping hand. You have the father. And your father has some inadequacies. But you are there. God just created you to create an enabling environment so that your father life can be comfortable. So we come all the days to talk to our people, the likes of Mount Victoria, Felicia, Miss the man who always on the radio with us,
Willie Katu,
Willie Katu, Mr. Williams, and I forgot the other one's name, man.
Mr. Gonda.
Gonda, oh man, Gonda, that's what I want to say. Oh man, Gonda. The likes of those people encourage me, and I think that the thing falls in your place that we can come on the radio and thank Sekou and his family for bringing about this idea that we can, and you who come, the birthday boy who I've already sent him his greetings, to come, the Chris, and Mr. Wu, everyone who comes, Mr. Zaza, Councillor Day, and Mr. Wright, who is, I understand is in Nimba, all of us, Monyu, he's a child, that's the literal meaning of his name, he's a child, and all of us, and Mr. Pamela, who, and of course, our beautiful Claudie. All of these distinguished personalities make this show the best. I qualify this show to be the best. Why do I qualify? You always like to ask me questions. We are not there to go and bring evidence behind people as a way that we are so pious, as a way that we have no fault, as a way we bring the lady in the public space and say she should be stoned for adultery. And then Jesus asks us the question, you are without sin, throw the first stone. And because we know that we have sins, therefore, we don't come and start lambasting people.
Okay,
So we're closing now. So it's the reason why we come on this show, and it's been a nice show. Thank you so much, and thank you the gentleman in the studio.
Yeah.
And everybody. Yeah. Happy birthday, Mr. Nubo, Mr. George Nubo. Happy birthday. Bye-bye now.
All right. Thank you, Mr. J. Christopher Nippet, for such a beautiful sermon. Mr. Alex Wulu, come and take us home, sir. I think I'll just close right now for everybody. Alex, are you there?
I'm a Catholic. Our sermon can be short for the 5 minutes only.
That is very debatable. All right. I'm just going to close that for you. Good night, gentlemen.
TOP FM.